I'm not offline. Hello, and welcome to JewManChu TV. I'm JewManChu! See if we can get this stuff to actually work. This is kind of our test stream for us. Hello, and welcome to JewManChu TV. I'm JewManChu! See if we can get this stuff to actually work. This is kind of our test stream for us. Yep, looks like it's working just fine. Awesome sauce. Stream looking okay out there? Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Not looking too shabby at all. Alright, today we're going to be looking at EVE Online. It's one of the best, most underrated MMOs out there ever. And I think y'all are going to enjoy it. Right now I'm sitting in an Enyo class assault frigate. And I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of information before we get started here. Specifically about like some of the stuff in EVE, if you never heard it before. I'm only going to do this once. I'll probably do these types of streams again as we go along. This is an Enyo class assault frigate. It's a frigate. There are multiple classes of ships in EVE Online. The smallest are frigates, moving up to destroyers. Destroyers are a little bit bigger than frigates, and they have a whole lot of guns. They're mostly used as frigate destroying platforms. Then you move up to cruisers. Cruisers are awesome and fun and a little bit bigger. And then you move up from there to battle cruisers. They're stronger, tankier than your average cruiser. They're a lot slower, they're bigger. They usually hit a bit harder. Then you move up to battleships. They're big SOBs. They're good for doing a lot of shit. A lot of fun stuff with them. And then from there you move up to your capital-sized ships, your freighters, your carriers, your dreadnoughts, your titans, your really big ships that cost a whole buttload of ISK. This is an Enyo. It's one of the smaller ships in the game. And for each class of ship, there's also tech levels. There's Tech 1, which those are your kind of sort of your Volvos. Your smaller ships, don't have all the options, all the features, not as fun and amazing. And then you have your Tech 2 ships. They take a lot more skills to get into, which, you know, you train skills in this game, skills are trained in real time, blah 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 blah. They take a lot more skills. See, look at my Enyo, isn't it adorable? But they perform a lot better in your Tech 1 variants. And then there's Tech 3. There's currently only 2 classes of Tech 3 ships in the game, and those are your Tech 3 cruisers and your Tech 3 destroyers. Tech 3 cruisers are strat cruisers, strategic cruisers. You can change subsystems on them, they're modular, to basically do whatever you want. They're really cool. Major downside to them is if you die in one, you lose a level of one of the subsystem skills that you trained for that ship. That kind of sucks. From there, you have your tactical destroyers. Those are the only other Tech 3 ships in the game, and they're called tactical destroyers because they literally can change their modes on the fly. They have 3 different modes. They have a defensive mode, which increases their overall defenses. They have a sniper mode, which increases how quickly they can target something, how far they can target something, and the range at which they can shoot with. They're pretty cool. And then they have a speed mode, which basically makes them a lot faster. And you can change that mode once every 10 seconds. Really cool little ships. And then for each of these classes and tech trees, you also have 4 different races of ships, plus various special faction ships, pirate faction and navy faction, all this other stuff. So there's a lot of different options in the game. This is a Tech 2 assault frigate. The primary purpose of a frigate is generally to grab onto something, pretend you're It's the best way to put this. Yeah, it's basically to keep other ships from getting away and let bigger ships just pound the crap out of them. Frigate support's usually very needed for larger fleets and stuff. Imagine that you're Nick Cage's Smiling Cock. And as Nick Cage's Smiling Cock, you have to go track down 18-year-old co-eds. That's a frigate. Sorry, the fucking imagery for that's awesome. Anyway, so we're gonna get going. Basically, we're just gonna go on a little roam, a little day in the life of an Enyo class assault frigate. It's gonna be a little bit of fun. It might be a little boring. We'll get to see some nice little null security space, some dangerous space. I'm probably gonna die along the way. It's gonna be painful, but we're gonna get this shit started. So we're gonna undock. Pardon me if I get a little quiet in places here. I'm actually going to pull up a nice little map, a little system called Dotland. Ooh, let me grip my guns. I just built this little fella a moment ago. I'm using this on a smaller monitor, so let me get my aspects right. I apologize. There we go. Let's get this show on the road. So frigates are generally fast. They don't have much health, much anything really. They're generally just fast. That's their main attributes. They don't do a whole lot of damage. Assault frigates can though. Assault frigates actually do a decent amount of damage, all said and told. We're currently warping. We're going to another system. We're going to travel through a series of systems to hopefully go find some poor scrub that I can rub my wiener against, which is what I enjoy doing in this game. Sorry, this is my first time ever streaming, so it's I'm kind of watching the delay on the other screen and watching this, and it's like, holy shit, this is so cool. Alright, and while we're jumping between gates, I'm actually going to pull up my trusty Dotland map. See if I can find where some dudes have been out being little Kerbers and stuff. Again, for the pure sake of rubbing my wiener on them. The thing about EVE that a lot of people don't understand is that it's really an aspect of pure PvP when you think about it. It's a sandbox game, so a lot of people are like, "Oh, you know what? I think I'll just do mining. I'll just go out and I'll mine stuff to build ships and make ISK and you know just masturbate all day while I watch, you know, old reruns of Red Fox and shit. And it'll be awesome. Nobody will mess with me. It's gonna be great," which is bullshit. Every aspect of EVE Online is PvP in some regard or another. You can be out there mining, you know, minding your own business when all of a sudden some jackass like me is going to rub up right against you, scratch the paint on your ship, and slowly rape you into oblivion. Every aspect of this game is PvP, even the market. I mean, there's all these people trying to undercut each other and you know, just all these market games and shit. Even that's PvP when you really think about it. Because you have all these different competitors trying to sell shit, buy shit, just, it's crazy. And then, of course, there's your obvious applications of PvP, like I'm going out to go do right now. Go see if I can find myself a little something to kill real quick. That's really what a lot of people don't understand, though, is EVE, at the end of the day, is most definitely one of the ultimate applications of a PvP game. And it's a sandbox. I mean, there's no real end-game strategy for it. It's it's just absolutely crazy. Looks like some of the nublets are talking in corp. 1 second. Teehee. Alright, so Dotland's an awesome little application. It's evemaps.dotland.net if you ever want to look at it. Even if you don't play Eve, you can kind of sort of get a feel for the scale of the game, the sheer number of systems in it. Currently, I'm looking at another region that I'm heading to. And what I'm looking for is it's got all these different ways I can basically search for what's going on in these systems. I can look at the number of jumps in and out of systems, basically the foot traffic through the systems. I can look at the number of NPC kills within a 24 or a 1 hour time frame, the number of player ships and pods that have been killed within a certain time frame. It's kind of exciting. I'm gonna be looking for NPC kills though. And it looks like there's been a solid amount of of care bearing in this region today. So we're gonna go see what we can see. Do a little zoom out for you, a little zoom in, tiny little ship. So far a lot of these systems have been pretty empty, which is usually the case. The system we're going to right now is called, well, I won't ruin it for you, but basically a large alliance and coalition called Hero Coalition, and basically run by Brave Collective, used to own the region we're heading to right now, which I'll just say it is Catch. I mean, there's nobody watching this right now, so fuck it. Catch was run by Brave Collective, and one of the more elite alliances in the game, Pandemic Legion, decided to show up and literally just rage fuck these dudes out of their whole region. And there's currently not that many dudes. Ooh, here's a hostile. Let's see if we can find him. Yeah, currently it's not being lived in other than by Pandemic Horde, which is a little bitch baby alliance by Pandemic Legion. I think there's like some angry Russians that live here at the moment. Basically anybody I'd want to kill is in this region for the most part. At least, some of their scrubbier folks. I'm actually bouncing myself to a safe right now, and we're gonna do a little scanny. Purifier on scan, Kane on scan, Jacked on scan, probably Post up. Post being a player-owned starbase. Alrighty then. Judging by the name of this... AAA. Yep, angry Russian. Probably spends his day sucking dick and choking down vodka. Oh, and playing Eve, of course. Alrighty then. And we're going into the scurry parts of Catch. Ooh, 2 hostiles. Actually, you guys want to see something kind of cool. Normally you can't do this, but somebody through some serious finagling got a safe inside of a sun. This is probably going to cause some serious graphical issues, but it'll be kind of fun. And away we go.